Okay, in this lecture, we are going to watch what is Python definition. Okay, first of all, what is Python? Python is high level interpreted general purpose scripting language. Python is dynamic type language which you don't need to specify the type of variable. Python support object oriented with built in data structure. It is also called as a glue language. Python is flexible on web application, automation, cybersecurity, big data application, quantum computing, and scientific modeling. Okay, this is what the definition of Python. And here you should note Python is high level interpreter. This is a core word. Scripting language, the second thing, and dynamic type. Okay, dynamic type means which you don't need to specify the type of variable. Here you need to know what is interpreted as well as scripting language. What is interpreter and what is the competitor of interpreter? First of all, interpreter. So interpreter and compiler are the process how the source code is converting to the machine code. The work of the both thing is how your code is converting to the machine code. Okay, in interpreter the source code is executed line by line at the runtime. Interpreter will run until the error occur. The process of interpreter is program executed line by line, and output. Program is nothing but your source code. PHP, Perl, JavaScript, Python or interpreter based language. Then what is compiler? In compiler, the source code is completely compiled by the computer hardware and then execute. When there is no error on the source code, it produces the result. The process of compiler is source code, check for the error, then converting to the machine code, finally output. C, C++, Java, C, Hash are compiler based language. Okay, now here there is a flow chart how interpreter and compiler will work. Okay, so first compiler. Okay, the first is compiler. On the compiler, first thing is a source code. Okay, then it will what will do means it will scan your source code for error. Okay, if there is an error, it will go again to the program, means it will stop and go back to the source code, because until the error is null only it will move further. Okay, if there is no error, it will move to the machine code. Okay, your source code is converted to the machine code, then after machine code to the runnable exe. Okay, runnable exe format. Okay, it was directly written by the computer hardware, so the program should be on the runnable.exe format, finally output. So this is how the compiler will work. Now coming to the interpreter, the interpreter will run until the error occur. The first thing is source code. The second thing is the conversion process to the machine code. Okay, it was read your program line by line. It will run until the error occur. Okay, here it was scanning, but here directly processing. That is the difference between compiler and interpreter. Once there is error in the source code, it will again go to the process, means go back to the program. Okay, but until before that it will work perfectly fine. Then finally, when there is no error, it will produce a output. Okay, okay, now see the definition of machine language, because all of your code is converting to the machine code. So you need to know what is machine language. Machine language is a set of instruction or code in a binary value zeros and 1, and that language is understood by computer CPU. It is also called as a native code. In machine language, programs are executable and can run directly without the help of compiler or interpreter, because the machine language already written in zeros and one, it can directly understood by your computer hardware, so there is no conversion process is needed. Okay, without the help of compiler or interpreter, you can able to produce an output. So this is the machine language. Now coming to what is programming language and scripting language. Programming language, entire the definition of programming language and compiler is almost same, because programming language is a language, compiler is a process based on that programming language. Okay, so scripting is a language, and the process of scripting will be interpreter based. Okay, so this is same, almost same. Entire source code will be converted to the bytecode and then executed by the computer CPU. Compilation process is necessary in the programming language. We can't able to change the code or instruction at the runtime. Programming language are hard to learn. It is also called as a compiled language. Okay, C, C++, Java are the programming language, means compiled language. What is scripting language? The interpreter converts the source code to the machine code at the runtime. It does not require compilation process. We can able to change code or instruction at the runtime. Scripting language are easy to learn. It is also called as dynamic language. Okay, PHP, Perl, Python are scripting based language. Now you have come to the conclusion what is programming language, scripting language, and what is the process of compiler and interpreter. After that, advantage of learning Python. Simple and easy to learn. Cross platform. We can able to use on Windows, Mac and Linux. Easy data structure. Larger community. You can get easily help through the friends from online. Open source language, which is easy to free to learn, constant update. Now how Python work? Okay, so first of all, your source code. Okay, your source code which was written in high level code, source code dot py, means dot py, which is py. Our source code are written in high level, then high level code is converted to the low level code. Low level code is called as a byte code. Okay, your high level code is converted to the low level code. In byte code, the conversion is pyc. Okay, which is byte code format, and finally to the machine code. Okay, finally to the machine code, which is on 0 and 1. It will run on zeros and 1, produce the output. Okay, produce the output. So this is how your Python work. Your source high level code is converted to the low level code to machine code to output. Okay, this is how Python work. On next lecture, we are going to watch Python variable.